Like a lot of people got it bitched up because it went so viral they didn't know who it was.
They thought the white dude was Joyner Lucas.
Wow.
Oh, wow. The non-hip hop people thought the white guy was Joyner Lucas.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Dead in Hip Hop, I'm Ken, here with Feefo, Myke C-Town. B is sick, that's why he's not here. So get well, B. Joyner Lucas dropped I'm Not a Racist, or is it I'm Not Racist?
I'm not racist.
I'm Not Racist video sparked a huge conversation online. How did you guys feel when you guys first watched the video? Like were there any emotions or anything, or like triggers, or like what you guys get before you had a chance to really process what was going on?
But before I even listened to it, like I had saw it posted somewhere, and I kind of skipped over it. I saw the white guy because when you click on it, it's just the white guy in a red hat with make America great again. So I was like, I don't want to see this bullshit. So I actually was turned off. I actually was turned off.
You know it was Joyner Lucas though.
No, that's what I'm saying. All I saw was the image, and I think I saw Joyner Lucas. I'm like, why the fuck does it say Joyner Lucas? It's not Joyner Lucas. It was just a white guy. So it didn't process that it was an actual song to me when I first saw it. It might have been on your like Facebook or something. I don't know. I saw it somewhere.
I reposted it on Twitter, like pretty much right after it came out.
It must have been you, because I don't follow many people on Twitter, so it must have been your post. But it was viral, so it could have been anybody. But either way, when I saw it, it was like, I was like, what the hell? Like, I skipped it. And it wasn't until, then it came back to you. And it wasn't until you posted it like, yo, this dude is a gem. And I was like, oh shit, so there is a Joyner Lucas video. So that's what made me actually click on it.
I think a lot of people said that they thought it was just a white dude that was rapping some racist shit.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to watch that shit.
But, because I mean, in the age of what we're in now, that really wouldn't be that surprising.
No, right.
I could see a white dude with a MAGA hat on that's just like, fuck you niggers.
Right.
And, on some bars shit too.
Right.
Really rapping it. Like in the video, dude was standing up and was just like, I was like, man, spit that shit, Billy Joe.
To your question, when I first watched it, it was definitely pulling at me emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel that Joyner does a great job of taking different perspectives and really making the argument. Because like when you hear this conversation amongst people, just in general conversation, they make those points on both sides. So I felt like, damn, like all he did was just create this topic of conversation in a dope ass video. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what Joyner Lucas is doing a lot with his music, man. He's really making you think. He's really opening up that Pandora's box. Like, hey, let's talk about it. I'm gonna put it right here, front and center. You know what I'm saying? Through my music, through my platform. And
I mean, he's doing what we want. What we always say, what we want.
Exactly what we want artists to do. He's putting it right there, and he's not sugarcoating it. It's open. So the thing is that we have to start somewhere. And somewhere is with dialogue. Somewhere with hip hop that is the most influential culture in the world. Like, it has to start somewhere, and we need certain artists. Not every single artist. Every single artist doesn't need to touch this area. You know what I'm saying? But if Joyner wants to do it, and in the way he's doing it, is definitely in a positive way, and that's what we need. So when people are saying out here, "Oh, hip hop doesn't make you feel this, hip hop doesn't do that," bullshit. At the end of the day, man, sometimes I feel so powerless. Even though we have a platform, we talk about stuff. I don't always know how do we grab onto something? How do we truly influence change? But change starts with talking about it. Change starts with addressing that elephant in the room, and doing it in a way that is...
For real.
But how?
Q actually sent it to me before I seen it, everybody talking about it. And I made the mistake of watching like the first minute clip. Right, just the white guy. I knew the white guy wasn't Joyner Lucas. Even though I know his art and music and not necessarily his words, I was like,
Lord, that's what you went to? You mad because the white actor.
My first response
is saying nigga.
The emotional trigger, Myke. Yes. Oh. Yes. I was like, okay, you know what?
This is Ken now, Myke. Myke, hey, look, you gotta know your audience, Myke. You gotta know your audience, Myke. It's this guy right here. Come on, man.
Watch the whole thing. And, it just kept on and on. I'm like, you know, just rocking. But I'm like, okay, I get it. You know, artistic freedom, creativity, whatever, right?
So with that said, can you watch? I know this is kind of off topic, but not really. Can you watch movies where they're saying it then? Like Quentin Tarantino movies and stuff like that. It messes with you a little bit on that.
If it's Quentin Tarantino, it bothers me because he's over the top.
Yeah, he is.
If it's a timepiece or something like that,
yeah,
I'm okay. If that's what that character's role is,
right,
I'm okay. You know, but
just to say it, to be saying it because you in a movie,
clearly, like, you know, obviously, I got over that shit, but I'm just saying my first
I got
seeing, and I was like, whoa.
I was just curious. Yeah.
So and me thinking like, dang, Joyner like gave him the pass and all this little quick stuff. Really? But anyway, it went out. Yeah. Yeah.
But see, that go back to that whole podcast conversation we had. Like, how, you know, if you quoted or whatever, you said you still have a problem. It's like, well, you know, he's quoting someone else. Like, you know.
Then, you know, of course, the black guy got up and there was another response, and I'm like, why is the black guy so more aggressive than the white guy?
You thought he was more aggressive?
Yeah, didn't he throw the tape? Didn't he?
Yeah.
See, that was after a minute or so, and he slapped his hat off. But I didn't really take it that he was more aggressive. I thought the white dude was more aggressive. The white dude was saying way worse shit.
I'm talking about the action.
I get it, but I don't know.
I don't wish you, Myke.
I don't see that because
you don't.
No, I don't think the black dude was more aggressive. I think the black dude, his response was pretty much on par with the majority of what young black men would do. I don't even think that they would have sat through that whole shit, of course.
Right.
You know. But to say that he was more aggressive because he got up and he threw the table and he slapped his hat off or whatever, after he sat there while the white dude was slamming his hand on the table, nigger this, nigger that, right. How was the black dude more aggressive?
If you think about the stereotypes that we have of being aggressive, right? Whether it's a valid response or not, because that's essentially what you're saying. It was like, this guy just hammering him. Nigger this, nigger that. And then the guy flipped his hat off and flipping the tables and shit like that. Those are aggressive actions. So
was slamming your hand on the table and yelling in a dude's face about him being a nigger.
A slur, yeah.
What, like? Yeah. I think you're reading into this.
I could be.
And I think that I was gonna say that when you were talking about, I was gonna ask you how you, because you said when you watched it, you were like, this dude's doing something positive, da da da. But if you haven't paid attention, it was positive for about 12 hours. And everybody decided they hated the song. At first, it was like, man, Joyner Lucas, yeah, man, he's really doing something great. And then all of a sudden, it was like, nah, Joyner Lucas is a sellout.
Everywhere?
Joyner Lucas is not everywhere.
Well, I've seen articles. Yeah. People are actually writing like negative pieces
They're
about
saying that it's not just insensitive, it's offensive. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
These are black people?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, you know how it goes. Anytime it's like you were saying, this is what we want rappers to do, and then when they do it from their own perspective, it's not fucking good enough. And I do understand that people were like, well, the black guy's answer wasn't thorough, and I did agree with that. I didn't think it was enough to shit on the video.
So what for you wasn't thorough enough?
First of all, I got what Joyner Lucas was doing. He was not trying to say, okay, here's this goofy dipshit redneck that's been listening to Trump headlines and spouting off misinformation. He's gonna go up against Cornel West. You know what I'm saying? People were looking at it and they're just like, well, how come the black guy wasn't coming back with like real hard facts? Well, I think the way Joyner Lucas did his video was he was trying to give the perspective of the very average young black male.
Exactly.
Not how we feel, because I mean, I'm not young. I've been around for a minute. I've heard these arguments. So I'm definitely not the smartest guy in the room by any means. But I might be able to give a more thorough answer than what the dude in the video did. The dude in the video was like, yeah, Tupac's my god. I wouldn't say that. You don't understand fried chicken and cornbread and Kool-Aid. I wouldn't say that, because those things don't matter.
Exactly.
I think a lot of what he said was on point, but a lot of what he said also was just like, what the fuck are you even saying that for? But that's coming from a fucking middle-aged black man.
Very
It's different.
It was surface level.
But that's how a lot of younger people think.
Those are the conversations that
are happening. Exactly. It was supposed to represent a realistic conversation. That part, not the hugging and shit at the end, of course.
Exactly. Yeah. It wasn't a grown ass person that had super experiences that had,
Because think about this, you could do it from different perspectives, right? You could put a white woman in that place. Exactly. Like if Joyner Lucas really wanted to take it there,
he could have took it any perspective.
He could go from a white lady's perspective.
Exactly.
He could go from an older cat, like mid-30s to 50s or whatever if he wanted to, and he still can do that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Just do a different version of it.
Exactly.
Like I think that'd be dope, actually.
But that hug was unnecessary. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to critique anybody's art, and I think it's a very minute thing, but the way it was presented was this white guy that, again, doesn't think he's racist, because a lot of these people exist.
Yeah.
Like, these are not the Nazis that I think should be clocked on sight. Mm-hmm. Like, these are the type of guys that I might not want to do it, but I feel like people can have conversations with them. Yep. And maybe some of them can be changed. I don't have the patience to do it personally. That's the only thing. It seemed like after the white dude said all of that shit, and then the black dude gave back these answers. That's like I said, some of them were great answers, but some of them were just so surface level. It was like, well, what does that even mean? Like, what does that even matter? To end it with the white dude standing up. Bruh.
So how?
I'm not hugging you.
No. I feel you.
I'm not even shaking your hand.
But how else to? So what you're saying is it should have just ended with them not coming to any.
I'm not an art director. No.
I understand.
My feeble brain. The way shit should have ended was they talk it out, and at the end the black dude says what he says, and then maybe a nod from the white guy, and then it just cut. But don't have me standing up. And then you hug, and then at the end you sit there. Oh yeah, you pat him on the stomach. Yeah,
But I think that's part of what made it emotional, though. I think that's part of what made it emotional.
That shit wasn't emotional.
Yeah, just get certain things off your chest, man.
I'm not hugging anybody listen there and call me niggers multiple times.
First of all, you ain't gonna call me nigger but a couple times before one of us get fucked up.
The table would have been flipped over in the middle of the rap.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's fucked that he thinks like the black dude was more aggressive. If that was me, I would have just left because I don't have the patience to be called no motherfucking nigger. I've been called nigger enough in my life.
He was good.
He was like, man, watch. He chilling. He playing with his braids. No, you got two niggers.
He looking around like
you ain't gonna just ignore. There had to be damn near 15 niggas in that verse. There had to be 15 niggas in that verse. Bro, so was I. So I was just like, man, look, I'm thinking in my head, what would I do? I've never been in that situation. I've been across the table from somebody that, again, didn't think they were racist, but they clearly were. And they were, and you could tell they were trying to work it out. Like they're saying, well, what do you mean? Like, why is this and why is that? And you can have that conversation, but only for so long.
Yeah, I got you.
But the dude that was on the other table in that video, nah, man, we can't hug, man. We can't hug. I might be able to just be like, all right, man, peace, I'm gonna leave. I can't shake his hand, none of that. And I think that, even though it's a very minute part, I think the way that played out is it seemed like accepting your oppressor saying that you're less than.
Nothing really got worked out. There was no resolution. Exactly. All it was a conversation. You said how you felt, I said how I felt, and then it was kind of like, okay.
But it's like, all right, let's hug it. But it goes to the like, let's hug it out. Like
no, because you hug it out when there becomes an understanding.
Yeah,
but that's what I feel like. I feel like that was the message.
He fast forwarded to that.
Exactly.
But it was like you have to like there was a moment where you have to like imply or infer or understand like something happened in between.
That's what I'm saying. Me as an art director, like that's how I saw it. Like I said, no, because you mentioned art director. You said you wasn't an art director. I am. So me being an art director, I was like, okay, I get it. They resolved that, and now they gotta hug it out.
But we're not seeing the parts in between.
But it's implied.
Right, exactly.
It's implied that the conversation was powerful enough, and it was put out on the table to now, everything is kind of resolved.
I'm still not hugging you.
Exactly. And this is where I slightly disagree because I understand the implication and all of that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it being art, like you said, there could have been so many other renditions or it could have grown on this, but there wasn't a resolution. I think that artistically, you could have made several different renditions and come to a resolution.
And then finally get there.
But this wasn't necessarily that. And I understand exactly. And I understand where you're coming from. That it's implied. All right, cool. Like we listen to enough albums to hear certain artists, things happen either musically or whatever, and it's implied something else is happening. So I get that.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I don't know. I feel he could have left it very open ended, and I think that would have been a little bit more impactful.
But isn't that going
because then what that signifies is that there still needs to be more dialogue.
Okay.
Because right now
I get you.
There you go, Ralph. That's exactly what I was thinking.
You know what I'm saying?
I wish I could dap on camera. I ain't got nobody to fucking dap. Even if I made a point right now, I ain't got nobody to
Just like Photoshop some dap.
Y'all cheated. Y'all fucking cheated.
No, because I was letting him finish, but that's exactly to the T what I was thinking.
Yeah, because
I get that part. Don't get me wrong. I'm not ignorant. I get that.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, looking at it, because y'all had that perspective, I'm giving a different perspective.
Yeah, no, of course. And again, I think everybody understands what everybody is saying. It's just that what Joyner Lucas did was extremely impactful. Yeah. It went viral for all the right reasons, right? And I think that leaving it open-ended, like if
he would have left it open,
if he would have left it open ended, I just think it would have been even more impactful and more powerful so people understand that there's still a divide. Like we have not come to that resolution.
And that's what that was the problem with the video. And again, I know what Joyner Lucas was going for.
Exactly.
And I appreciate every bit of it. And I still think that he is an underrated gem.
Yes.
Because he is pushing out this idea that this conversation should be had.
I see the critique about the hug that people are saying, and I don't think he's saying that explicitly.
I think it would have been hard as fuck if after the black dude, Kool-Aid and chicken, and he sits back down for a minute, he's like, man, fuck this. Just gets up and walks out the room.
But that implies something though.
No, and then the white dude is sitting there and he's just has this look on his face like he's thinking. And then it fades out.
I'm just thinking about the guy walking out and just leaving the guy there. And I don't know, like, I think the ideas that white people have of black men or black people in general is angry, aggressive, unwillingness to listen. Like, we're always mad about something. Mm-hmm. So him walking out, I don't think that would have presented the right image. I think it would have added to the misinformation that they've been fed.
Already fed.
I disagree. I'm gonna give you this. Whenever something happens to us, what are we always expected to do?
Fly off the handle.
No.
Sit there and take that shit.
Think about it hard, bro. Whenever some shit happens to us, we're always expected to be the ones to forgive. They expect when fucked up shit happens, they want us to go on TV and be like, it's okay. Everything's fine. Like, we're always expected to take the high road. So when I look at that video, that's almost how it felt. Even though, once again, this is not Joyner Lucas's fault. I think that this was a very innocent and inspiring video. Exactly. I really think it was. But I think that a lot of us being human, especially us being in the South, we look at that a little bit differently. I don't want to always have to fucking take the high road. If a racist motherfucker comes to me and says, you fucking nigger, fuck Tupac, fuck your goddamn sagging ass pants, fuck your big nose, your watermelon, fuck all that shit. And I say, you know what? Well, fuck you too, bitch. Fuck your mama, fuck your grandmother, fuck all y'all. Hope y'all motherfucking die. They're gonna look at me and say, I'm the fucking bad guy.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I should have taken the high road. Why? Why should I always take the fucking high road? On taking the high road? I'm too old to be fucking taking the high road. I
don't know what road
the high road is now a one.
Because I don't think we win by
either way.
Either way.
So is there any point that you would hug or is there any point that you would hug?
Months. Here's the thing, like, anybody. I would hug him, but you know what? Here's the thing. I've seen some of these shows where these Klansmen turn around and they say, you know, I was wrong. I met this person changed my mind, and now I love this person. Da 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 da. I get that. But me personally, it would be months down the line. My thing is, it's not gonna be after one conversation. It's not gonna be after 2, 3, 4, 5 conversations. I need to feel like, and you don't owe shit to me. You don't owe me a motherfucking thing. But for that kind of emotional response, I need to feel like you heard what I said, you applied what I said, you believe what I said.
The video implies you got two guys that are willing to sit down to talk to each other as they are.
I don't know, man.
As they are. Why is it not?
I don't think it implies that they're willing to have a conversation
As they are. Because you ever seen those interviews? I know you said you have. Interviews
those
with
Oprah
Klansmen?
or
No,
Oprah
like
or
the real
some
shit. They be going on their fucking
Oprah had a
ground.
Klan member on. Remember that shit?
Oh yeah, and they be real as hell. Sometimes they'll hold back and won't say nigga, but sometimes they'll actually say nigga.
Back in the day,
Right?
they was saying nigger on TV.
Yeah,
I know.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Waldo shits.
Yes.
Right. So it's that. So we're saying it's that type of person, right? We're saying we're gonna pull that type of person, bring him in a room. You as the black guy know that this dude is probably gonna drop some N-bombs because that's just who he is.
Tight.
I just took it as this probably just some white guy that just ran into some black guy. He just wanted to just.
Nah, the whole Make America Great is a specific person. It's a specific person, like Myke said earlier. See, I would agree with you all the way if it wasn't for the situation that he presented in the video. Now, if it was just like a black guy walking on the street and he bumped into this white Klans member, and then he's like, "Oh, all right, let's have a real conversation." Mm-hmm. This is something that was planned, right?
Yeah.
You know, so it's supposed to be a safe environment, a safe space.
Let me ask you this. So you're not saying that there shouldn't be any conversation. You're just saying that I've said my part. It's up to you to process it, do with it as you may, and then that's that.
Here's the thing, and this isn't, I don't think it's an opinion that you're wrong. When you are racist and you are treating every single person that is under that social group a certain way, you're wrong.
Right.
That's all there is to it. I think that what Joyner Lucas is doing is important. I think that inspiring or encouraging people to have conversations, black and or white, because we're only looking at it from a black standpoint. This might be a great, like, rainbows and unicorns type shit. I might be on my Rod shit right now, but what if this did inspire some white people?
Of course,
to sit down with some black people,
and
like,
the visuals, right? Like, because we were talking, like you just alluded to, where we're talking about this from the black perspective, right? And how you mentioned how it looked like he was more aggressive because of the flipping of the hat and the table and all of that. At the end of the day, the visual at the end is what we're trying to get to.
But why can't you show somebody that? Sometimes
Sometimes it's I get it.
You know what? Here's the thing. No, fuck this. Okay, look at this way. Just like y'all are having this idea of this is what people might need to see, in my head, what I think that certain white people need to see is this black dude giving you knowledge and leaving.
Exactly.
They don't need to see that I can sit here in a room and call you the black guy in the suit and tie. I can call you nigga for 4.5 minutes. You're gonna hug me at the end of the day.
I'm torn. I'm torn. I know. I'm torn on
This is a conversation. There's no resolution to it.
On that, it doesn't have to be our responsibility to.
Doesn't have to be.
See, I think,
or it shouldn't be, or whatever you're saying.
When is it our responsibility?
I think we do have to have those conversations.
Yeah.
And I do think that we just can't stop, because I think we've gotten this far by trying to help them understand and see that we're human.
I'm with you so far.
And I think having these conversations help us get there.
I'm still with you. Well,
all right. I think the part where because you're saying that it sounds to me like you're saying that it's not our job to have these conversations.
No, that's not what he's saying.
Okay.
That's not what he's saying. He's saying this is not our. It's not our job to just be so accepting of what the situation is, and then in turn, let me hug you because you know what it is all right.
It's not our job to congratulate you for treating us the way you should have treated us from the beginning.
Right.
Okay. Right.
If you have been looking at me like a monkey and treating me like a monkey for hundreds of years, I'm not going to then thank you for stopping treating me like a monkey. I'm going to say, well, it's about fucking time. Now let's move on. Now let's move on. I hate that this conversation, well, I don't hate that it turned into what it turned into, because I think that was what you were trying to get at. But what I want to make 100% clear is that I fully support the video. I fully support the idea that we need to be having these discussions. And I hope more people have these discussions. I hope these discussions start to be multicultural. I hope they start to be beneficial. Thank you, Joyner Lucas, for putting this out there. Thank you for continuing the discussion. And man, y'all support this guy, man. He really is an underrated gem in hip hop right now. And I hope this shit continues, man.
I applaud the video, and I think you should be getting as much shit as you're getting. I think that's unfair. we want to talk about having these conversations or putting these ideas and these things out there. And then when somebody does it, and I think Myke pointed this out earlier, you get jumped on. So I love the video. I appreciate what you're doing by putting this out there and just letting the reactions fall where they may, and hopefully something positive will come out of it. So just keep doing your thing, man, and keep challenging us and people to think and get out of their comfort zones.
You know, piggybacking on both what Myke and Ken said, we need not just you, Joyner, but more artists to step out on this limb, and don't worry about the backlash and all of that. That comes with change.
And don't worry about like this conversation.
Don't worry about
this conversation.
And you know, like all of us are saying, like we want more artists to do this. So disregard of what other people are saying. Continue to do it, man. Like whenever you start to inspire change, the hate is gonna come with it. The love is gonna come with it. I think you kind of already know that through your journey trying to get into hip hop prominence. Like everything is always connected like that. So you know when you're at the forefront of something, man, people are gonna crucify you. And just understand that at this moment in time, that's kind of you. So don't stop it, because this conversation needs to happen. You know, it needs to come on this platform. It needs to go across every platform and every source of media.